Arrival, one of the hottest UK startups that's producing electric vehicles and even has a contract with UPS, is going public on the NASDAQ via another SPAC, special purpose acquisition merger with CIIG companies. So guys, what is going on? Hope you enjoy this video. This is another interesting kind of electric vehicle play, and you know electric vehicle plays have been doing really well. So this play actually dropped on Wednesday. I would say Wednesday afternoon, the merger was complete. So let's get right into it, guys. So basically, here's what happened. So as you can see here, I'm on Yahoo Finance. It says Arrival, the company creating electric vehicles with its game-changing technologies to list on the NASDAQ through merger with CIIG Merger Corp. So what is Arrival? Well, Arrival is basically a company. They're based out of the UK, and they're producing electric vehicles, and they already have a major contract with UPS, and they're backed by BlackRock. BlackRock has like an 8-9% stake in this company. So what's going to happen is next year the merger is going to take place. They're going to trade under the ticker symbol AVRL, and as you can see here, the transaction $0.4 billion, and they're going to receive around $660 million in cash proceeds. So Arrival is producing EVs at a competitive price with fossil fuel alternatives substantially lower than comparable EVs. And this company is, like I said, they already have contracts with a total order value up to 1.2 billion, and they received investments from, check out some of these names: Hyundai, Kia, UPS, and of course BlackRock has a big stake in the company. So I'll show you guys a little bit more about the company, and then we're going to head over to their website and take a look at some of their products. So, you know, the interesting about this company is that, first of all, it's probably one of the first SPACs that I've seen that's based in the UK. So that's, if you guys are looking to kind of broaden out your portfolio and get some international exposure, because I know a lot of you guys, I've been reading the comments, and some of you perhaps maybe have, you know, the majority of your money in just US companies, or maybe you have all your money in a stock like NEO. So, you know, for me personally, you know, the name of this channel is Investor Trip. So it's really about kind of diversifying your portfolio globally. You know, me personally, I have stocks in the Canada, you know, I have stocks in the United States. You know, so I have stocks in different countries. I try to get exposure to China as well. I'm looking towards India. So, you know, right now I'm just building out my portfolio and take you guys on my journey as I, you know, learn more and more about investing. But I think, you know, long term, I definitely want, you know, a stake in every kind of economy that's moving forward and that's doing a lot, because it gives you more diversity, and it also allows you to profit from some of these other countries that are producing, you know, amazing products and have awesome companies. So basically about this company, they're planning to be profitable by 2023, and they have some really awesome products. So there's a reason why they got the contract from UPS. So as you can see here, it says in early 2020, UPS announced a commitment to purchase 10,000 electric vans and has the option to purchase more. So what do these vans look like? Well, let's just head over to the website. So kind of jumping out, first thing I noticed about this company was that it looks like they're trying to do things a lot differently. I can show you guys. Here is an example of one of their products. They have, it's like an electric bus. So, you know, most of these companies that I've been covering in these videos, and most of the companies that have been really crushing it in the market, it's been mostly, you know, things like trucks and cars. We have the Solo. So this is probably the first company I noticed that was kind of making buses and you know, vans for commercial use, kind of like Workhorse is doing, and Rivian. Rivian is another company that's probably going, a Chinese company, is probably going public next year. So the thing that kind of jumped out to me is that this company is definitely innovative, and the products look like so good. Like the vans and the buses, they look different. So, you know, I really like the design process, and this company, it believes in something, a concept called microfactory. So as you can see here is what a microfactory. So what they mean by microfactory is basically, it's not like a huge factory like a company like Tesla would have. They have smaller factories, and they say that with smaller factories, they're able to push out their cars and trucks and vans much quicker. So, you know, like I said, this thing's based out of the UK. Obviously, you know, they probably have a decent idea behind their strategy, but the fact that UPS is interested in them, UPS is a very big company, and they definitely have my attention, and I really don't have any exposure to UK stocks, so this is probably going to be the first UK stock that I'm going to add to my portfolio. Okay, now, so I've given you the gist. So now I want to give you guys the full details so you know exactly what you're purchasing when you're going to purchase this SPAC company before it turns public into a rival. So the quickest, easiest way to do that is kind of just go over the investor presentation. I think this gives you guys a lot more insight into exactly what's going on. So, okay, let me just, okay, so let's take, okay. Okay, so let's go over everything in detail. So as I mentioned, this transaction, they signed the agreement on the 18th. That's Wednesday. The transaction is expected to close in Q1 21, and it's going to trade as a rival on the Nasdaq. So, like I said, the company is expecting a revenue of around 14 billion by 2024. And it says the existing rival shareholder is expected to receive around 88% of the equity. So that's pretty standard. So that means that if you own CIIG, if you buy the stock that I was talking about here, to make things very clear, this is what you need to buy now if you want to invest. And this company is going to change into a rival next year. So as you can see here, it's even going up after hours. So as we can see here. Okay, yeah, so basically, they're going to raise about 666 million. So let's take a look a little bit closer at some of the things. So as you can see here, they have 4 vehicle designs expected by 2023, with their first vehicle planned at the end of next year. Already 1.2 billion in pre-orders. Just a LinkedIn named a rival, the #1 startup to work for in the UK. I just like the design of the vans and the trucks, and the UPS order. It really stamps it. It makes it really official that this company is going to do some great things. And they also have some exciting partnerships. So as you can see here, I mentioned UPS, 1.2 billion for UPS with an additional 10,000. So that potential deal is worth 2.4 billion. And, things are just looking solid. Obviously everyone's talking about cars, but, cities and companies need to replace their delivery vans. Cities need to electrify their buses. So I think it would be in someone, if you're going to invest in EV stocks, not just invest in kind of the cars. You want to kind of build a diversified portfolio where you're owning vans, trucks, cars, buses. So that way you're kind of exposed to everything, because in the future, EVs are going to basically replace all types of ICE, internal combustible engine vehicles, across the board. And especially buses and vans are really important, because there's a lot of buses in the city and there's a lot of delivery vans, and these vehicles give out a lot of carbon emissions. So definitely need to electrify those types. So as we can see here are the 4 designs that they have planned: the electric bus, the electric van, a larger van, and then a small vehicle platform. And yeah, basically they say the market is around a $430 billion valued market in the future. And since this company is based out of the UK and they're going to raise money via this SPAT, I think they're going to have a good a good ability to really make a lot of money. As you can see here, here's the concept for the UPS van. Really nice, sleek looking van. It looks really attractive. And, everything's looking solid, with this company. I like their products. I really like the design. It kind of reminds me of Apple. If I were to mention a company that is kind of this design where you really never seen these types of vehicles before, I think this is the same type of company. And here we go. Here's the arrival bus. And they're expecting the addressable market value to be over 131,000 of these by 2025. And here's some more specs on this company. As you can see, here's the interior of the bus. Very clean, very futuristic looking, good spacing and everything, and it's electric. So as you can see here, here's the timeline for production. So, okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about microfactories. So apparently this company believes in not having big factories to produce their vehicles. They want to have smaller ones. And they say that if having a smaller one, you're able to actually produce these vehicles much faster. And this company, here's an example of the microfactory. It's a lot smaller than you expect. It looks kind of like the art studio back when I was in high school. It's that type of size, but apparently that's all they need to manufacture these vehicles. And here's an example of their microfactory. So, okay, so a lot of the stuff in the middle of the presentation was kind of like tech stuff. And I know you guys are watching this channel. You're not interested in all the tech stuff. You want to know about investing and making money. So let's kind of skip forward to the financials to kind of keep this video on the shorter side. So as you can see here, revenue is projected to be around 14 billion in 2024. And so these numbers look pretty good, and it looks like that the company will be profitable. It says around 2023. So obviously this is going to be a long-term hold, but with most of these EV stocks, you're going to be holding over the long run anyway. So in the projections look good. It looks like the company has a pretty good grasp on what kind of volumes they're going to produce. Apparently they're expected to produce, it looks like well over 100,000 vehicles more, by 2024. So it looks like they're going to just slowly ramp things up, and it looks like they have a pretty good grasp on where the revenue is going to be coming from. So let's go over the actual transaction and how this works and what you'll be buying. Okay, so just to make things clear, I think some people are asking some questions in my charge point video. So in order to buy this stock, you need to buy the ticker symbol CIIC before the merger. Okay, so what's going to happen is if you buy CIIC, so that's this, so we're on Robinhood, for example. If you buy CIIC, what's going to happen is that once the merger is complete next year in Q1, maybe January, February, March, not exactly sure exactly which month, but when you buy this, it's going to change into the ticker symbol ARVL. So just make sure you're buying this one, ticker symbol CIIC, and then you'll be able to own the stock. So what's going to happen is that basically this whole deal is going to be worth about $6 billion, something like that. And here's the breakdown. So as you can see here, the majority of the stock is going to be owned by the existing shareholders of Arrival, and the public shareholders is going to be around 4% or something like that. So that would be us. So if we buy the stock, we're going to be in that public thing. So we're going to own around 5% of the total company, which means that this whole thing is going to be valued upwards of 6 billion or more. But the good thing is that whatever the stock price is trading at on CIIC, the ticker symbol, it'll just transfer right over to Arrival. So it's pretty easy how these things work, pretty straightforward. So now let's take a look at some of the comparison. As we can see here, Arrival, it looks like they have a lot more employees than most of these other companies. A lot of them that use SPACs to go public, Fisker, Helion, Lordstown, Nikola. So, like I said, they're well positioned. I think being in the UK, I think it definitely also gives them an advantage because they have access to Europe, where most of these other companies are based in the United States. So they have to open offices in Europe and things like that. But the fact that Arrival is already in the UK, I'm pretty sure that they're going to generate a lot of interest from other European municipalities and cities and stuff like that for their buses, and then for the vans as well. I'm pretty sure UPS is, they're obviously, if they like the product, they're going to continue ordering. So as you can see here, their global footprint is the UK, US, Germany, Netherlands, Israel, and Russia. So this right now looks like my favorite European EV play. Obviously, a lot of people like Tesla and things like that, but for the kind of the commercial side, I think Arrival is an excellent buy. So now, guys, let's start to wrap things up. This is a little bit more about the enterprise value in comparison to other companies as well. So like I said, the future opportunities for this company would be obviously producing more vehicles, autonomous, turning to a software company, and also getting those emission credits. That's exactly what Tesla is doing to raise a lot of money. Now, and finally, to wrap things up, guys, let's just go over some of the highlights again. 1.2 billion in pre-orders, first vehicle planned next year, 2021, and 4 different designs by 2023. Overall, a really solid company, guys. So now let's go into my my price projection, and then I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, so here we are on Robinhood. So right now the stock is up. Obviously it's spiking right now because of the news, but I still think it's cheap. Obviously it would have been better to buy it pre-news, like at around $11 or so, but it's still only 14 bucks. So, it's still very, very cheap and very under-owned. And the good thing about all of these electric vehicle stocks is we saw what happened to Tesla over the last year or two. So I expect a lot of these stocks to have the same trajectory. So I think even at $14 is a steal. I talked to you guys about ChargePoint. I ended up buying ChargePoint around $15, and then now it's sitting at around 20 bucks pre-merger. So once this company, goes public, you're really going to see a ramp up in price, because a lot of people aren't really, when they come across the ticker, they're not really sure what it represents. So I would say it's a very strong buy. I think I have a pretty soft projection of this company sitting at around maybe $20 to $30. Obviously, we're going to see the biggest tick up when they start production in 2021, and we're really not going to see any revenue until next year, around this time next year. So this is definitely a long-term hold, guys. So just be sure you're patient with this company. You're not going to see revenue right away, but it is based in the UK, and those 10,000 pre-order deliveries from UPS, I think that speaks volumes about the quality. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap this video up. If you enjoyed this content, please smash the red subscribe button to cover more EV vehicle stocks and make you guys a lot of money. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.